Have you ever found yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through channels, and suddenly realizing how quiet the house feels? Maybe your partner is in the other room, reading or tinkering with something, and you're both just existing in the same space, but not really together. It's not that you don't love each other, it's just that life has settled into a rhythm, and that rhythm feels a little flat. Well, what if I told you that the secret to reigniting that spark, that connection, might be as simple as dancing like no one's watching? Yes, dancing. Not the kind you see on competition shows or in ballrooms, just the kind where you let go, move your body, and have a little fun. It might sound silly at first, but stick with me. Today we're going to talk about why dancing like no one's watching could save your marriage, and I'll share 5 rhythm-boosting tips to help you get started. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dancing? At my age? I'd rather not embarrass myself, thank you very much. But here's the thing. Dancing isn't about being perfect or looking like a professional. It's about letting loose, connecting with your body, and most importantly, connecting with your partner. It's about laughter, joy, and rediscovering the playful side of your relationship that might have gotten buried under years of routines and responsibilities. So let's dive into the first tip. Start small and keep it simple. You don't need to choreograph a full routine or even leave your living room. In fact, the best place to start is right where you are. Put on a song that makes you smile. Maybe it's an old favorite from your younger days, something with a beat that makes your toes tap. Then just stand up and sway. That's it. No pressure, no expectations. Just let the music move you. If you're feeling a little self-conscious, try this. Close your eyes. Seriously, closing your eyes can help you tune out any worries about how you look and just focus on how the music feels. And if your partner is nearby, reach out and take their hand. You don't have to say anything, just let the music be your conversation. The beauty of starting small is that it takes the pressure off. You're not trying to impress anyone or prove anything. You're just giving yourself permission to enjoy the moment. And who knows? That little sway might turn into a spin, or a shuffle, or even a full-on dance party. But even if it doesn't, that's okay. The goal isn't to become a great dancer, it's to have fun and reconnect. Now, let's move on to the second tip. Make it a daily ritual. One of the reasons dancing can be so powerful is that it's a physical expression of joy. And joy, as we all know, is contagious. But here's the thing. Joy doesn't just happen. You have to create opportunities for it. That's why I recommend making dancing a daily ritual, even if it's just for a few minutes. Think of it like brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. It's something you do every day, not because you have to, but because it makes you feel good. Maybe you dance while you're making breakfast, or while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Maybe you and your partner have a dance break after dinner, where you put on a song and just let loose for a few minutes. The key is consistency. The more you do it, the more natural it will feel. And over time, you might find that those little moments of joy start to add up. They become a shared language between you and your partner, a way of saying, hey, we're in this together, and we're going to have fun while we're at it. And speaking of fun, let's talk about the third tip. Embrace the silly. Here's the truth. Dancing is inherently a little silly. It's about moving your body in ways that might not make sense, to a rhythm that only you can feel. And that's okay. In fact, that's the point. When you embrace the silly, you give yourself permission to let go of perfection and just be in the moment. So, what does that look like in practice? Well, it might mean doing the lawnmower move or the shopping cart, or whatever goofy dance move comes to mind. It might mean laughing when you trip over your own feet or when your partner tries to twirl you and you both end up in a heap on the couch. The important thing is to not take it too seriously. Dancing isn't about getting it right, it's about enjoying the process. And when you can laugh together, when you can be silly together, you're strengthening your bond in ways that words alone can't do. Now that we've covered starting small, making it a daily ritual, and embracing the silly, let's talk about how to take it to the next level. Because once you've dipped your toes into the world of dancing, you might find that you want to dive in a little deeper. And that's where the next tip comes in. So, you started small, made dancing a daily ritual, and maybe even embraced a little silliness along the way. That's fantastic. But now, let's take it a step further. Because here's the thing. Dancing isn't just about moving your body, it's about connecting with your partner on a deeper level. And to do that, we're going to talk about the fourth tip. Listen to the music and to each other. Music has this incredible ability to evoke emotions and memories. A single song can transport you back to your wedding day, or to that summer you spent road tripping across the country, or to the first time you held your child in your arms. And when you share those memories with your partner, when you let the music guide you into those moments of connection, something magical happens. So how do you do that? Start by choosing songs that mean something to both of you. Maybe it's your song, the one that was playing when you first met, or when you had your first dance as a married couple. Or maybe it's a song that reminds you of a happy time in your life. Whatever it is, let the music be your guide. As you dance, pay attention to how the music makes you feel. Does it make you want to sway slowly, holding each other close? Or does it make you want to bounce around the room, laughing and letting loose? Let your body respond to the rhythm, and let your partner do the same. And here's the key: listen to each other. Not just with your ears, but with your whole body. If your partner wants to slow down, follow their lead. If they want to spin you around, go with it. Dancing is a conversation, and like any good conversation, it's about give and take. Now let's move on to the fifth tip. Create a dance space that inspires you. One of the reasons people don't dance more often is that they don't feel like they have the right space for it. But here's the truth: you don't need a fancy ballroom or even a lot of room to dance. All you need is a little space where you feel comfortable and inspired. So, take a look around your home. Is there a corner of the living room where you could move the coffee table aside? Or maybe a spot in the kitchen where you could clear some space? It doesn't have to be big, just enough for you and your partner to move around a little. Once you've found your space, make it your own. Maybe you add a string of fairy lights to create a cozy atmosphere, or a speaker so you can play your favorite songs. Maybe you even put up a few photos of the two of you to remind you of all the good times you've shared. The point is to create a space that feels inviting, a place where you and your partner can let go and just be yourselves. Because when you have a space that inspires you, dancing becomes less of a chore and more of a joy. And speaking of joy, let's talk about the sixth tip: celebrate the small moments. Dancing doesn't have to be a big production. In fact, some of the best moments happen when you least expect them. Maybe it's a spontaneous dance in the kitchen while you're waiting for the pasta to boil, or a silly little shimmy as you pass each other in the hallway. Those small moments might not seem like much, but they're the ones that add up over time. They're the ones that remind you why you fell in love in the first place. So, don't wait for a special occasion to dance. Celebrate the small moments, the everyday moments, because those are the ones that make life worth living. Now, let's talk about how to keep the momentum going. Because once you've started dancing, you might find that you want to keep exploring this new way of connecting with your partner. And that's where the next tip comes in. By now, you've started small, made dancing a daily ritual, embraced the silly, listened to the music and each other, created a dance space that inspires you, and celebrated the small moments. You've already taken so many wonderful steps toward reconnecting with your partner through dance. But let's not stop there, because there's one more tip that can truly take your dancing journey to the next level. Explore new rhythms together. Life is full of rhythms. Some fast, some slow, some steady, some unpredictable. And just like in life, dancing offers a chance to explore all kinds of rhythms. Maybe you've been sticking to the same old songs, the ones that feel safe and familiar. And that's great, but why not try something new? For example, have you ever tried dancing to a completely different genre of music? If you're used to slow ballads, try a lively salsa or a classic rock song. If you're more of a rock and roll fan, why not give a waltz or a tango a try? Exploring new rhythms can be a fun way to shake things up and discover new sides of each other. And here's the best part: you don't have to be an expert to try something new. In fact, it's often the stumbling and laughing together that makes it so memorable. So, put on a song you've never danced to before and see where it takes you. You might be surprised at how much fun you have and how much closer you feel to your partner as you navigate the new rhythm together. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. We've talked about starting small, making dancing a daily ritual, embracing the silly, listening to the music in each other, creating a dance space that inspires you, celebrating the small moments, and exploring new rhythms together. These tips aren't just about dancing, they're about reconnecting with your partner, finding joy in the everyday, and keeping your relationship vibrant and alive. And here's the thing: It doesn't matter if you're a good dancer or not. What matters is that you're willing to try, to laugh, to let go, and to be present with your partner. Because at the end of the day, dancing is just a metaphor for life. It's about moving through the ups and downs together, finding your rhythm, and creating moments of joy along the way. So what are you waiting for? Put on a song, take your partner's hand, and dance like no one's watching. Let the music guide you, let the rhythm move you, and let the joy of the moment remind you why you fell in love in the first place. And remember, this isn't just about dancing. It's about creating a life filled with connection, laughter, and love. So, whether you're dancing in the kitchen, the living room, or even just in your heart, know that every step you take together is a step toward a stronger, happier marriage. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips? Do you have a favorite song or dance memory with your partner? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Because life is too short not to dance. So let's make every moment count. Here's to dancing like no one's watching, loving like it's the first time, and living your best life together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.